Hello everyone, my name is Paul and I will show you today how to export images, videos and VR files in CAD Decor Pro and Render Pro. Just open one of the designs, one of the projects that you have finished, and click F12 to go to the preview screen. Now from this screen, as you know, there is a render tab with path tracing and radiosity options. Let's stay with path tracing for now. So path tracing is the system that calculates a single image in the highest quality. So if we want to create the image for to export or to send to our customer, all we have to do is in this view right here, just look at the object or at the project from the angle that you would like to have the picture made. So let's say, for example, like this. So we would like to have this view made as a picture with the rendering. Just click on the start with the path tracing for now. Leave it as a preview with the full HD settings. I'll just start with a single image export. Now as you see, the box right here is showing us the preview of the rendering process. It's almost done. It's showing right here the status of the process. Now if you click on this button right here, we'll be able to see the effects that are being calculated. Just give it a few more seconds to have it finished. There we go. So this is the preview of path tracing. And if we would like to save this as a picture, we just have to go right here, click on the Export 3D Scenes. With destination file, it shows us where it will be saved, and the file format JPEG and PNG. For some of you guys, it might be useful to change in the advanced settings the copyright sign. So you can create a watermark with your logo or your text that's creating your copyright settings, let's call it, on the images. Now for a post-process filter, you can choose one of the additional effects for the picture. So let's say if you choose watercolor, it's going to look like someone would paint it with watercolors and so on. This is more artistic. If you guys would like to use it, you can find them all right here. The sharpening is the standard, gives us the sharp image. If you would like to save it, just click save, and right here you'll see that one of the there's one image already available for this project. You can click on this. Let's close this one first. Just click right here. And as you see, there's one image already in on our computer saved. Let's just close it for now. But let's say we want to create multiple images. Let's say we want to create 2 or 20 or 50 images, as many as you would like. And you just don't want to wait for each of the image to be finished every 35 seconds or 2 minutes just to set up another scene, another view. So how to set up multiple views? On this side right here, you have the option to add views. So let's say we want to have a view like this. Just click on this button. We want one from this side. Just click add. We want one like this. Click add. And you can keep adding and adding. Now for each of the views you can change the resolution right here. Or you can just leave it with the full HD setting right here. Now the only thing we have to do before we click on start is to go to selected views and make sure that all of the views we would like to have processed are selected. So for now, let's just have them all selected and click start. And that way, as you see right here, the first of 4 images is being processed right now. You can open the preview screen to see how the changes are applied and calculated. Now in the meantime, I can tell you a little bit about the path tracing itself. With the mode selection right here, you can pre-select defined settings for quality, of course. Now the higher you go, the more time it will take to create the image, but the effects will be just much better. On our website you can see images created with both preview quality, medium and high quality. Now the smoothing filter allows you to modify the whole scene or the whole project into, as the name says, more smooth surfaces. So for example, if you have with this setting right now, it's just a standard at 1 point. If we increase that, the items in our design will just look much smoother and much more natural. The spherical panorama. This is, I'm sure you guys know about the Facebook option where you can upload the spherical or panoramas overall and just have it viewed as a 180 degree image. Now if you export the image with spherical panorama, you will have a image or the file that's ready to use for Facebook or for any other applications that are capable of displaying the panorama images. So just give it a few more seconds to finish the calculations on the 4 scenes that we pre-selected right here, and then we'll just create one of these spherical panoramas. Now, to confirm all of the images that we just calculated, as you see there's 4 more. You can open the folder. There we go. Basic view 1, view 1, view 2, and view 3. So basic view, view 1, view 2, view 3. Of course you can rename it if you would like to. If you're working on a whole apartment, let's say you can call it like a bedroom 1, bedroom 2, or a bathroom, kitchen, living room, whatever you like. Let's just minimize the preview. Now back to the spherical panorama. You can't export panoramas in multiple scenes. You have to go back to the current view and just select spherical panorama, and then select the view where you would like to have it and click start. Now the program will automatically create the image for Facebook or any other applications to display the panorama, right? So as you see, the image or the view completely changed. Just give it a few more seconds. It's almost done. There we go. And to export, we just go save and click save. Close that, and as you see, it's already there on our computer. Now, so this is the best option to export images with path tracing. Now if we go to radiosity, now here we can create the rendering for movies and the virtual reality. Now radiosity doesn't give you such a same quality as a path trace. It takes a little bit more time to finish. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Of course it depends on the size of your project, but on the average it will be about 15 to 20 minutes. Why it takes so much longer is because this type of render will calculate our whole project with shades, colors, lights, reflections, and gloss effects all over the project, not just for a selected scene, but it will actually calculate all of the views around us at the same time. That way we can export videos and virtual reality. So in case if you create a video, all of the views, all of the frames will already be predefined and pre-calculated. So what we can do is just drop this refreshing to 0. Select the scene diagnostics and repair. The first time you're creating the radiosity, it's good to have the repair turned on. That way we just make sure there will be no wrong effects on the objects, there will be no black spots, and so on. So just keep this. It doesn't take that much more time with this option selected, and it's good to, just to make sure the quality of our presentation it's good. So just select this and click on start. Now the repair takes few seconds. It doesn't take that much time, but what we can do in the meantime, we can create the path of the video that we would like to create. Now just give it a few seconds. There we go. So when everything gets dark, technically it means that the render process is started. Now, why did I drop refreshing to the 0 seconds? Now, the higher we go, or the more often I should say, on the refreshing, the more computing power will be used by creating the image every 6 seconds, as it's set right now, from the rendering process. So if you want to just create the process faster, and if you're sure that all of the settings are already done, that the light settings are good, it's not going to be too dark or too light, then just drop it to the 0. Just click once, and the computer right now will know that all of its power will go just to the calculations. Now, what we can do in the meantime, instead of just waiting for the computer to be done, we can go to the presentation right here, and we can create the video, right? So let's just start from here. Now, for the settings, we choose the resolution, frames per second. The duration will be calculated automatically from what we create in a second. We can add the copyright sign, and then we'll just save it as the AVI file. Now, for camera settings right here, you can choose the angle. So it's the bigger settings on the degrees, the wider is the angle of the view on your scene. The rotation and the speed. So let's drop the speed a little bit lower. Okay. Now, of course, if you would like to use the depth of focus setting, you can use it. I prefer not to, but again, this is it's up to you guys if you would like to use it. Now, to start creating the path for the video, we have to click on the record, and then, as you see, we're recording now. You can use the arrows on our keyboard to move straight, left, right, and back, or we can just use our mouse as we use it to go through the view or a preview on our screen, right? So we can go anyway forward, we can go up. Okay, if you want to change the position without recording, just click on the pause, and you can switch to the other side. Oh, sorry, there we go. Click on the pause again and start recording again. And then pause. And we can do, let's say, this side. Click on the pause again to record. Okay, and click on the pause. So this is how you create a path of the video. Now, to preview, just click play. So as you see, this is exactly the same path we had on our screen that will be used to create a video. Now, I think the speed setting was still a little bit too high, or it should be adjusted. But again, we can just use it for to see how to export a video for now. Okay, let's go back to the render. Before we can save the AVI file, the movie, we have to make sure that the process here is finished. So it looks like more or less as it's okay. So just stop, click on the stop. Now there was some objects with dark shadows on it. What we can do is use the final gathering option. Just click start on it. This option will define the final calculations on the items that need complete calculation. So like the toilet, for example, had some dark shadows. In a second it will change and it will look much better. Okay, and there we go. Now what we can do, it's a little bit too dark. We can increase the influence, the ambient light, contrast a little bit lower. There we go. Now the ray tracing option, excuse me, the ray tracing option gives us the reflection. So for example, like look at the mirror right now, there's no reflection in it. If we select the ray tracing option, the calculation for reflections will be added to our project. So as you see, the mirror right away showed up. So metal items like faucet, for example, would be changed, and so on. So now we have all of the calculations of the radiosity process finished. We can go back to the presentation, and now we can click on Save as AVI file. We can create the video. All of the calculations are done for the whole project all over with the ray tracing on our screen, and the path of the video is already created. So we just click on the save on it on the desktop, just call it as a test video 3. Now in the compression settings, make sure you always select this option right here, XVID. If you don't have it installed on your computer, you can either go to our website and find it in the Designers tab, or on your installation flash drives, there will be this codec available too. Make sure it's installed. This is the one you should use to create the videos with CAD Decor Pro. Now just click OK. And as you see, the codec is opening right away, and it's creating all of the files that we need. Now it's gonna take about 9 minutes to create the video. It's 249 frames for our presentations. Now of course you can keep it and just see what is the effect, and you can practice with different paths. I'm just gonna close it for now, and I want to show you one thing that's very important right here. Now the observer option. So the observer option has the same idea and the same functionality as the exporting video part. So I just create a ray tracing again. Radiosity is calculated only once, so as long as you don't close the previous screen here, the radiosity settings will be saved in your computer's memory. Same thing as a final gathering. So all you have to do is just click ray tracing again. Even if you want to change the view, as I said before, the whole project is being calculated with this system. So just click on the ray tracing and the whole thing shows up right away. Now I just turn it on, the ray tracing, go back to the presentation, and as you see, observer option shows up. So we can just export our project to the observer file type. Just click on the export here, and we can name it observer kitchen test and save it on the desktop. Click save. And now the computer will create the VR version of our project, right? So we can close this right now, and let's open the observer application so we can see how you can present your project in the observer application. Let's go to observer. Now this application is free. You can find it on our website to download, and or you can direct your customers to our website where they can download the observer for free, and as well you will have it on the installation flash drive. So if you want to give it to the customer, you can do it directly from through the email or through your servers, or you can just tell them that they can download it from our website at 3ddecortech.com, and so they can, you know, check and view the projects and designs that you created for them. So let's load the file on the desktop. We called it Did I call it observer kitchen test? I did. Long day. My mistake. Okay, and there we go. We are in a 3D view of our project. So in the walk option, we can just use the WASD on our keyboard to walk around. And our mouse to look around. In the free camera mode, the difference is that you can actually go down and up. The walk setup is created the way that it imitates the height of your eyes, so you won't be able to go down and up. With free camera, you can go anywhere you would like to, even outside of the of your design, like this. Just push to the view. There we go. Now, this application, observer application, is also used for a virtual reality. So if you have, let's say, Oculus Rift system installed on your computer, or if your customer has it, then observer will automatically detect connected VR goggles, and it will direct its view. Instead of sending it to the monitor, it will send it to the VR goggles. So you don't have to create any kind of additional settings or any kind of special driver installation. All you have to do is just connect the VR goggles to your computer, then launch the observer, load the file, and right away your customer or you will see the project in a virtual reality. And this is how you create images, videos, and VR files in the CAD Decor Pro or Render Pro. And if you have any questions, as always, please let us know. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.